In the previous lecture, I have mentioned that linear implementation is not good for general purpose of ADT table, especially for the table which has a lot of insertion, deletion operations. Therefore, in this lecture, we are going to see how we could use our binary search tree to implement our ADT table. And we have already implemented our binary search tree class in chapter 10. Therefore, it is easy to implement our table with binary search tree. We could directly use the retrieve method, insert method, delete method of binary search tree class. Of course, we need two data members for the table binary search tree based class. One is the binary search tree. Another one is the size of the table, which means how many items stored in the table. Inside the constructor of table binary search tree base class, we need to create the object of binary search tree. Of course, we need to initialize the size with 0. When the table is created, no item inside. For the table is empty method, we could simply return size equal 0, choose, otherwise return false. Or we could use bst.isEmpty method from binary search tree class. Of course, for table length, which can be determined by the size data member of table binary search tree base class. For table insert method, we need to throw table exception because we may insert the same item into the table. If that is the case, we have to throw exception. If the new item we want to insert is not inside the table, we can simply call the insert method of binary search tree class. Of course, we need to increment the size data member. The insert method does not need return anything. That's why we define as void as return type. Given a search key, we need to retrieve the item stored in the table. So for the table retrieve method, we can simply call the retrieve method from binary search tree class by passing search key as the parameter. Of course, the return type will be key item, which is same return type as retrieve method of binary search tree class. If the item is not inside the table, the method will return no value. When we pass the search key, we may want to delete the item which contains the search key. So the table delete method will accept one parameter search key. Since the item may not be inside the table, that's why we need to return type for the table deletion is Boolean type. So we need the table delete method using the Boolean type as return type. We just simply call the binary search tree delete method. If delete method delete item successfully, and then return truth. If the item is not inside the binary search tree, the table, it will throw exception. But here we can catch the exception with one statement inside, catch statement, return false. But we need to decrement the size because we have successfully deleted one item from the table. Sometimes we may need to change the size of the table if we find out the table size is too small. So set size method just simply pass the new size and then change the size value inside table binary search tree base class. As you see, since we are using binary search tree to implement our table, the code is short, so only few statements inside each method.